Using satellite imagery, I found something impossible. A cluster of what appears to be man-made structures sat in the summit of a remote mountain deep in the Sahara Desert, miles from civilization with no roads or trails anywhere near it. If these really are man-made, then this would be the most remote site I've ever discovered. But why would anyone build anything out here in such an isolated and deadly location? With no records of this place anywhere online, there was only one way to find out. I had to reach and explore this place in person. But to do so would mean embarking on my most dangerous adventure yet. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this one. It would involve 3 days of intense hiking and camping through the Sahara Desert. And along the way, I would uncover some crazy secrets hidden out here. This is wild. So brace yourself, because what you're about to see has never been filmed before. My adventure began in the middle of the night, as I drove for hours through the desert to reach the remote starting point of my hike. You wanna try the backpack with stuff? See you in 3 days, I hope. Bye. Yalla yalla. There we go. Welcome to a brand new adventure. We are spending 3 days hiking super remote into the Sahara Desert. So here's the plan. As there are no trails that lead to the mysterious site I found on Google Earth, I would instead follow this dried river that would wind through the desert and into the mountain range, where I'd then need to find some way up to the summit of the mountain. The total distance would be around 45 kilometers, and with no known water sources, I'd have to carry all my drinking water for the 3 days, meaning my bag weighed a little over 26 kgs. In the distance, there is a mountain range on the horizon, and that's what we're going to be delving into in this first day of hiking. I cannot believe we're in the Sahara Desert right now. This is so cool. The biggest danger I would face out here was getting lost. So my first goal was essential: find the dried river I'd be following. If I couldn't do this, then my adventure would be over before it even began. I found this nice little trail here. This area will have nomads. Nomads live throughout the Sahara Desert, and so I suspect that hopefully I'll be able to at least tie together a few of their trails throughout this, but there's nothing official, so they could run out at any time, lead me in the total wrong direction. But for now, they might be leading me to the riverbed. I think this might be the edge of the dried river we're looking for. Woohoo! Starting off good. We're in the river! Objective 1 complete. Now we're going to be following this for about 20 kilometers today. The reason why I'm actually able to hike in a dried riverbed in the Sahara is pretty interesting and fascinating history. Basically, the Sahara between 11,000 to 5,000 years ago was lush, filled with grass and animals and fresh water. So we know people were around during the lush period. And why that's so interesting is it's led to a really pretty viral online theory that there could be ancient lost civilizations that thrived during this period. Maybe what we're heading towards could be undocumented proof of that ancient and lost civilization. Oh. Now you might be wondering, why on earth do I have a mystery looking juice here? There's actually water stocked to the brim with electrolytes. The bare minimum amount of water I should bring is about 3.5 liters. I've brought 3 liters, but I'm making up the difference by filling it with electrolytes. Is that the smartest idea in the world? Definitely not. Is the smartest idea in the world to hike for 3 days solo in the Sahara to see something you found on Google Earth and are not even sure if it's actually man-made? That's also not the best idea, but we're doing both. Continuing deeper into the desert, I followed the ancient riverbed, and now up to this point there have been no signs of anything unusual, but that was all about to change, as I suddenly saw a figure on the horizon, staring at me from a distance. Assalamu alaikum. Engels. English. Is good? All is good. You? It's good?
Yeah, very good.
I'm just going that way.
Coming here?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a serious language barrier. So after this point, I couldn't really understand anything he was saying. And although he seemed friendly, there was an underlying feeling of suspicion. See you. Obviously, this is not a place where people come to hike. And so seeing me out here is probably quite random and maybe worrying if you're in the area as a nomad, which I do get. So as I'm walking through this beautiful riverbed, you can actually see what looks like a man-made structure on the other side of this river. It stood just on top of a small mound of rock. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. It's very small, but definitely man-made. But first, a word from our sponsor. Before taking on this 3-day solo hiking adventure through the Sahara Desert, I knew I would need to train my body up for this one. So I used the Macro Factor workout app to build a training plan specifically for this adventure. With this app, I was able to choose exactly what I wanted to focus on. For me, it was primarily my legs and my back. It then created a fully custom training routine set exactly to the goals I needed, the equipment I had available, and my previous fitness experience. And what I found really useful is that it actually adapts your plan over time. So as you log your workouts, it tracks your progress and updates your workout plan accordingly. So you are always leveling up your fitness and not staying on a plateau. It genuinely feels like having a little personal trainer in your pocket. And so when I trained for this adventure, it actually introduced workouts that I'd never done before. It gives you a really clear video as well as detailed text instructions so you do the workout perfectly. And even though your plan is fully based on science, you can still go through and customize everything so it's perfect for the way you train. I've been working out for about 10 years now, and this is the first time in a long time where I felt my fitness actually level up. The app is completely ad-free and really easy to use. So if you are interested in leveling up your own fitness, head to the link in the description and the comment section and download the app for yourself. And make sure to use my promo code INTERN. You can get a 14-day free trial to test it out for yourself. But anyway, let's get back to me dying in the desert. Alrighty, I am coming up to the mound that I found the structure on top of. I'm gonna drop my bag and just quickly hike up and check it out because it is hot and I'm feeling lazy. Oh, I feel like a spring chicken now. Let's head up. Look at this view. What on earth is this? This is very, very bizarre. It's like a tiny house, like a stone igloo. It doesn't seem like a tomb or anything, so it seems more like an emergency shelter. Oh, graceful. I never thought I'd say the day, but I'm sitting in a stone igloo. It seems too delicate to have been built that long ago. Maybe it is to protect a fire? I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think. What on earth had I found out here? This was my first real sign of human activity, but it didn't make any sense. And I didn't have time to figure it out, because with the heat of midday starting to rise, I had to keep hiking deeper into the desert. Now luckily for me, I soon found this trail, which made progress much faster. But I had no idea that it would also soon lead me to a crazy discovery hidden out here. So I've been hiking for a few hours. It looks like I'm coming across some ruins. Let's get closer and see. Definitely doesn't look all too old. Got a small pen here. Some more buildings around here. It looked like I had stumbled across a small nomad village, so I approached cautiously, not knowing if anyone was still here, or if they'd be friendly to visitors. Salam alaikum. Looking around the small shelters, it seemed like it had recently been abandoned. But why? That could definitely explain why there is this path out here. Now, amazingly, humans have lived in the Sahara for thousands of years. Berber people, Sahrawi nomads, and later Arab tribes. And with the introduction of the camel in 200 AD, the desert also became a network of international trade. And because of these valuable trade routes, some of the world's first banks were made here, and large fortresses were also created to protect and tax traders. And so the possibilities of what these remote structures could be are endless. We have reached the valley that's gonna cut through and take us deeper into this range. We're going from remote to super remote. And as I entered the canyon, I was met with something new, greenery. And with it came a shocking sight. I thought I saw a giraffe for a second. I was about to freak out. Here in the wild is a camel. And right now it appears just to be a camel, but if we give it a moment, it will transform into a giraffe. Look how long its neck is. Well done, mate. Before even these recent trips to the Sahara, I had no idea there was even mountain ranges in here. Thought it was all just sand and dunes. Man, there is such variety in the Sahara. But as beautiful as this landscape was, it provided very little shade. And so, with the relentless desert sun beating down on me, I was really starting to struggle. I'm well and truly fried. I'm gonna take a good long break. What a place to just kind of collapse from heat exhaustion. We still got a long, long way to go. Let me get some sleep. Woo! Had a good nap, but still feeling pretty wrecked. I had been hiking for over 7 hours now, but still had so far to go. The heavy bag, the heat, and having to ration my water carefully all added up to me feeling absolutely wrecked. I was starting to wonder if I'd bitten off more than I could chew with this adventure, but I was now too deep into the desert to turn back. Luckily for me though, nature was about to throw me a lifeline. I can see a massive oasis here. Oh my word. Comes at good timing. I am absolutely sunbeaten right now. It looks nice. Look at that water. Do you hear all the frogs singing in a choir and disrupting their rehearsals? Oh, there's tons of them. Look at that. A desert frog. Being able to cool myself off by the crystal clear waters of this oasis was incredible, and soon I was feeling recharged and ready to continue on my hike. I was now closing in on the structure I'd found on Google Earth, but as I pushed deeper into the mountains, I suddenly noticed something strange hidden on the cliffside above me. I actually can see something just up there. Looks like a really intact stone structure hidden in the cliffside. I'm wrecked, but I'm gonna climb up and check it out. That looks way too cool, and I almost missed it. It's like completely camouflaged. Look at how steep this is. What on earth did they build up here? Whatever it is not easy to access, and it is well camouflaged. Look how almost identical the color is. I think that's by design. See if we can see a way inside. Okay, not this way. Here we go. I have no idea how old this could be. It is well sheltered, so it could have been built thousands of years ago because the wind is not going to hit this at all. It is so well hidden here. And this wasn't the only structure out here, because as I moved along the cliff, I started to notice more crumbled remains. There had obviously once been a lot of human activity in this area, and soon it became clear why. On the top of that seemingly impossible to climb mountain, that is where the structures I found on Google Earth are. Seeing the mountain for the first time where supposed structures were located was insane. It looked impossibly steep, to the point where I started to question, could anything man-made really be on its summit? Maybe what I'd found on Google Earth were just strangely shaped rocks, and not man-made structures at all. The only way to find out though was to reach the summit, but from here, that looked impossible. And with the sun now starting to set, my attempt to climb up would have to wait until tomorrow. But as I searched for flat ground to set up my tent, I suddenly discovered something shocking. This is terrible. It was blood, and a lot of it. It's fresh as well. It's so hot that blood would dry really quick, and it's not. It's still wet. I had no idea what had caused the blood, and I didn't want to stick around to find out. But soon it would be completely dark, so I had no choice but to set up my tent nearby. I just hoped that whatever had caused the blood wouldn't visit me in the night. First step to having a nice place to camp is to get rid of big stones like this. It takes all of a minute or two, and it makes the world a difference. All right, now it is not so stony. Let's get the tent up. Oh, we have got the tent up. The sun has just set. Perfect timing. It was a fun day, but I literally feel like the Sahara just grabbed a bat and just beat me. I'm going to bed. I'm not even gonna have dinner. I'm done. Waking up to a view like this is better than coffee. What's not better than coffee though is my legs. They are on fire. Today was the big day. It was time to attempt the climb up this impossibly steep mountain and to find out if there really were man-made structures on its summit. This would be the hardest and most dangerous part of my adventure, and I wasn't even sure if reaching the top was possible. But there was only one way to find out. And so begins the climb, hoping the body warms into it. Man, standing in front of this mountain is intimidating. I think I can see a way that I could weave up, but this is gonna be tough. Look at all these man-made ruins sitting under the shadow of this mountain. You know, one there, mounds and circles. It shows that there was definitely man-made activity in here, and these look pretty old. If they're down here, maybe it means they're up there too. Let's go find out. Look how steep this is. How am I gonna do this? And if you look just below it, it's again more man-made circles sitting in the shadow of this mountain I'm climbing. It is towering over me, and it is a massive, massive stone plateau. Absolutely vertical. I have no idea how these structures got up there, if they even are structures. The closer I'm getting, the less I can believe that people were actually able to get up this and build something up there. And if it really is man-made, then what on earth is it doing here? I just really hope there's a way to the top, because from here, zero chance. The hike was tough and steep, but so far it was doable. I was now close to the ridgeline, just below the rock wall guarding the summit. My hope was that from there, I might finally see a way to the top. But I had no idea that the hardest part was still ahead. Almost at the summit, coming up into the morning sun. What a push this has been. I was worried I wouldn't even be able to get up here. I was so battered and bruised this morning, I was feeling pretty negative, but I'm feeling super happy right now. Good morning, Morocco. From here, it looks very treacherous. No way up I can see from here, but I'm gonna walk around the base and let's see if we can find anything. Interestingly, just below the mountain again, we got man-made circles just down here. 1, 2, 3 at least. I think that means it's likely there could be structures up here. Maybe these circles we're seeing so much of underneath and around this mountain is the remnants of huts. You know, if you think about it being built out of wood primarily, you just have the stone base that would set the wood. Everything else would have rotted away. We were now so close to the summit, but it still looked impossibly steep. So for safety, I decided to leave my bag behind. I want to be as light as possible. So I've got a little tiny bag of all the essentials. We're gonna do the last push, figure a way up to the summit. It also allows me to rock climb if I need to. So far, still can't see a way up to it. I had hoped this corner would have been, but it is as steep as everywhere else. Thinking maybe there, that could work. Oh, we're underneath it now. Look how steep this is. That is our only hope. We gotta hope that this is smooth, otherwise it's so close yet so far. Oh, look at this. Just as I'm talking. This is definitely man-made. Right in the side. This is a great sign. Here, in the shadows, that is a man-made bit of bricks. I'm just on the edge of the cliff face and it is just hidden in and camouflaged. Let's climb up to it. Wow, look at this. Built into the side. I think it's a secret storage, maybe for grain or wheat or things that were precious to whoever were living at the top. Maybe stores of water, just something that could be hidden away, easily climbed down to and accessed. And just on the edge of the mountain. Insane. There has gotta be a way into this, come on. Oh, it looks like I might have found it. As I say that, I think we found the path. Boom! Oh my goodness, we can reach the summit. Let's go up there, man, let's go! Oh, it's still a steep path, I tell you that. I say it's a path, but it is more of a slightly smoother, but still dangerous spot. If the rocks give way, I am going down, and I'm going, yeah, down very far. Well illustrated mountain. This is doable, but still very dangerous. I need to be so careful. This is crazy. Oh, no wonder this place is undocumented. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go up this way. Wow, we reached it. We reached it. And there's loads of man-made structures up here. A lot more than I thought. Welcome to world's first footage of this site. I saw nothing online, nothing at all. And I can see why. It's been brutal to reach here, but so worth it. This is epic. Let's go have an explore around. I am shivering. They are a solid size. They're much bigger than some of the others that we've seen earlier and in the valley. So maybe this was the main settlement. Look at this. Oh man, this is definitely all little rooms and compartments. This is unbelievably epic. Look how clear this is. Who knows how old these ruins are? I definitely think it's settlement ruins, not like a fortress. There's too many structures here, too large. Wow, big buildings, really big. I'm amazed they survived so long up here. Would have been battered by the wind. After 2 days of tough hiking, I had reached the summit. I honestly couldn't believe it. Just yesterday, I thought this would be impossible. And now, standing here, seeing that man-made structures really did sit on top of this mountain was unreal. But so much mystery still remained. Who built this place? When? And why did they choose to do so in such a remote and difficult to reach place? As I searched around the crumbling remains, I kept my eyes peeled for any carvings or artifacts that might give me the answers to these questions. Look at how close to the edge this building is built. Look at this. There's the edge behind me. I mean, it got an awesome view. Maybe this was the watchtower or lookout post of this settlement, because you could see people coming from miles away. Let's go check out the ruins on this edge. And this is a humongous building we're coming up to. I think the biggest that we've seen so far. Look at the wall, so intricately built and still standing to this day. This could be here for thousands of years. So it's a big settlement. I reckon a few hundred people could have lived here. Here you got a little courtyard still. The old fence potentially here. This was a big building. Maybe a family lived here. The other thing to keep in mind is that all the wood and organic material that might have been used to build this, whether they had thatched roofs or wooden beams, all these would have long eroded away, particularly up here where they would have been blasted by wind and rain continuously. So we're just really seeing one picture of this place. Potentially, there could have been hundreds of wooden huts going along this entire summit. I'm just right on one of the edges now of the plateau. I want to go see the view. I can't help but wonder if this was the refuge point for maybe a larger civilization that lived down in the valley. There they would have had easy access to fresh water constantly. Up here it would have been a treacherous climb each way to do that. I mean, maybe they chose to do that just for protection. Maybe there was a lot of tribal war going on in the area. We're on the other side now. A lot more ruins to explore here, particularly this area. This is the most densely packed. Maybe this is where the head of the clan lived and his servants or warriors lived beside him. My goodness, big buildings. I have not seen any like this. The ones we saw in the valley were all small, pretty destroyed, but up here, not at all. Look here, you can still see the doorway. That's the first, still surviving, barely. It's cracking under the weight of the rocks. Oh yeah, this is super densely packed with ruins. Look at how steep it is here. Oh my goodness. Ooh, my stomach. I'd now explored all the major ruins on the summit, but found no real clues other than the stone rubble itself. So the mystery was still wide open. Who built this place? How old was it? And why was it here in this crazy remote place? I did have a theory, which I was quite confident about, but before I could share it, I needed to get back down safely. Say goodbye to the plateau. And hello to the sketchy climb down. Oh gosh. This obviously used to be the way up to the village. And right beside it, we've got this ruin overlooking it. Maybe this was an old guard tower. I'm not gonna film going down. I think for obvious reasons. Gonna have to use both my hands. Hey, hello Mr. Bag. I've missed you dearly. Oh, we made it. Definitely more sketchy on the way down. And now we gotta get out of here in one piece. Still have about a day and a half of hiking to get out and to my pickup zone. And then at camp tonight, we can talk a bit more about the theories of what we found up here. First, I wanna get off this mountain, do as much distance as possible, and find a good place to camp before things get too hot and I become too beaten up. But with my water now running low and the heat of midday coming in fast, I had to get a serious move on to reach my camp for the night. Alrighty guys, I think now with the tent up, it'd be a good time to talk about what exactly we found on this adventure. What I think it is, it's most likely Berber or Amazigh origins, which are the original people of North Africa. I believe they specifically start showing up in the historical record in the Morocco area where I am about 3,000 years ago. And they are also known to build very defensible villages, basically. There are other mountaintop sites in other areas of Morocco that have been attributed to the Berbers, and the oldest I believe it could be is about 1000 BC, more likely 500 BC. What else it could be is a refuge, a sort of last stand for maybe the Amazigh tribe that lived in the valley below. We did see some ruins, so maybe they lived by the river down in the valley, but then if a tribe came to attack, you would rush up to the mountain summit. The out there thing, of course, the viral theories online of a lost advanced civilization of the Green Sahara period between 11,000 to 5,000 years ago. It would have been when this river I'm sitting in now was gushing and flowing with fresh water, and maybe it was built back then. I think that's super duper unlikely. We didn't see any evidence to suggest it, and if it was, that sort of level of site would be a first of its kind ever discovered, so we just don't have examples to draw from. I am wrecked. I'm so tired that I feel sick. That's when you know you've really worked your body. And speaking of working your body, a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to train my body to actually do this adventure. It was really tough. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had so much fun getting there. If you did like it, please leave a like on the video, comment below where we should go to next, along with your theories as to what you think this site is. Previously undocumented, so your guess is as good as mine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.